You know, it's funny, sometimes it takes somebody from the outside looking in to help you realize when something's gone wrong. That happened for me recently with a YouTube video. The video is of a man named Penn Gillette, who's half of the famous Penn and Teller magic duo. He's also a very outspoken atheist. In the video, he talked about how after one of his magic shows, a Christian man came up to him, gave him a Bible, and shared his faith with him. But the interesting part to me was his reaction to it. He wasn't angry about it. Instead, he said he can't respect a Christian who doesn't share their faith. In his own words, he said, if you believe that there's a heaven and a hell, and people could be going to hell or not getting into heaven, how much do you have to hate them not to tell them that? He said, if I'm on the road with you and I see a truck coming at you, and you won't listen to my warnings, there's a point where I tackle you, and this is more important than that. This is from a man who's an atheist. He doesn't believe in heaven, hell, or God, and yet he's shocked, rightfully so, at Christians who believe in heaven and hell, and yet don't warn people about what saves them from hell and gets them into heaven. And he asked a good question. How much do we have to hate people not to tell them that? But the sad thing is, it's not that we hate people. It's that we're too lazy or too comfortable to bother. It's like he says, we're worried it might be socially awkward. But you know what? When a truck is coming for someone, you don't worry if it's going to be socially awkward. You just warn them. If you're watching this and you're a Christian, I hope that you, like me, feel a little guilty. Because we just got put in our place about how to be a better Christian by an atheist. The Lord made his expectations for us very clear in Mark chapter 16 when he said, go into the whole world and preach the gospel to the whole creation. Those who believe and are baptized will be saved. Those who don't believe will be condemned. When the Lord commands it and people's eternity depends on it, how dare we not tell people about the one who died for their sins, was resurrected? How dare we who have heard the good news not share it with other people? The Apostle Paul wrote in Romans chapter 10, verses 13 and 14, everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. But then he goes on to ask, but how can they call on the one in whom they have not believed? And how can they believe in the one in whom they have not heard? And how can they hear unless someone tells them? Of course, the answer is, they can't.